if fx is x ex, find in number 1 f prime ln2 and f double prime 0. So this is the function given here. F prime ln2 means we need to find the derivative first, derivative of this function, then replace x by ln2. Okay, so let's find the derivative of this function. So here our function is x ex, that is x times ex. So it's a product of two functions. That means we must use the product rule, which is what? When we have u times v and we want to find its derivative, so the product rule says you need to find derivative of first factor, leave second alone, leave first alone times v prime. Okay, so it's like u is x and v is ex. So using that product rule, the derivative is derivative of x, which is 1 times ex, don't have to write, plus derivative of, leave x alone, times derivative of ex. Okay, that's v prime, and derivative of ex is ex itself. We don't have to simplify, but it helps later because we are finding second derivative in part 2. So from these two terms we can factor e raised to x out. There is nothing means 1 is always a factor, 1 plus x, because ex is factor out. So that's the first derivative. But the question in part A is we need to evaluate f prime at ln2. That means replace x by ln2. So that is e raised to ln2 times quantity 1 plus ln2. So this ln2 is a decimal number, and 1 plus decimal, we just leave that as it is. But here e raised to ln of something, we know that e raised to ln of x is simply x, because e and natural log are inverses to each other. So this is a fact from algebra. So this is simply 2 times quantity 1 plus ln2. We may leave here, this is the decimal number. Okay, so let's go for second derivative at 0. So second derivative means the derivative of first derivative. So first derivative is here, let me rewrite. So for second, first derivative, let me rewrite from here because we simplified. Okay, e to the x times 1 plus x. Okay, to find the second derivative, it's a product, so we need to find derivative of this product. Let's find the derivative of this product. So that's will be derivative of this, the second derivative. From the product rule, we find the derivative of first factor itself, leave second alone, plus leave first alone, times derivative of second factor 1 plus x. So derivative of 1 is 0 plus derivative of x is 1. So 0 plus 1, which is simply 1. We don't have to simplify, but it helps. Let's simplify. Ex times something plus ex times 1. So we can factor ex out. That leaves 1 plus x. There is nothing to distribute, so I'm not going to put parentheses around here. Plus this ex is out, so just 1. Oh, inside 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus x. So we can do e to the x, 2 plus x. Now we need to evaluate this derivative at 0, f double prime 0. So now f double prime at 0 means replace x by 0. E to the 0, okay, e is an irrational number. A number raised to 0 is 1 times quantity 2 plus x is 0, right? We are replacing by 0. So this is simply 1 times 2, 1 times 2 is simply 2. So 2 is the answer.